I think I do. I have to turn my speakers on. That's true. That would help. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing good. This is Let's Talk EV almost every Sunday at 7:15 p.m. I can say it so fast. Hello from Germany, Bavaria. This is Chris, this is Battery Life. That's it for me. How are you? What's happening? Who's here? Deva is here, Jürgen is here, as always, Chi is here, Patreon, we have YouTube channel members here, almost ready. Chris, we want this software update information. Can you give us the list of choosers or we have to wait for Embargo or Wednesday? There is no update information, anything new. I'm sorry. So the event has an embargo, so hey Graham. Before we start, so you know, I cannot talk about the car, how it looks like, what the changes are. Well, I made a video what the changes are in Ding, but I cannot show a picture or anything because then I have to pay a big sum of money because I broke the embargo. Embargo ends this Wednesday at, what is it, 12:01 at night. Is that AM or PM? I never know. I think it's PM then, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. And I'm not allowed to talk about what I have seen, what I have experienced. Midnight embargo, exactly. You all get the video is already done. The Id.3 Facelift video is done. It went well. German and English, of course. We filmed the trip. Matthias and we filmed the trip there and back. I'm halfway done with that. And today I filmed the questions that you asked. I picked a few questions that you had for Volkswagen, and I made a video about that today. Don't talk, you can write in the chat. It's the same. Good morning from San Diego, California. You had snow. I've seen that you had snow. Do you like the facelift? I can't talk about it. No, it looks good. No, it looks good. It looks good, it looks better. And that's all I can say. I cannot say if it looks like this or like that, or if it's looks like whatever. Just that it looks better than before. They should have started with that. The big question, did you like what you saw? Hey, Patrick! Ho, 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 ho! He's a Tesla driver. Don't let him in. It's cool. He's driving a Tesla Model 3, standard range, in white, beautiful car. Had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, we had lots of fun going to there. We get to the story how the drive was in a second. First, I thought we go. Are you ready to switch Walter now? Nope. I have Walter till September. And for the people who don't know, Walter is my ID.3 that I'm driving right now. But I'm gonna go through some news. I saw something big news-wise. That's a bit woohoo. But first we're gonna go through fast. What do we have here? Ionity has started production in France and Italy. A few chargers more. Subway in the States. Allego in France. Anything big? Nope. No, but here, look at this. Sono Motors has quit the Sion. The Sion, it will no longer be built. It's over. We thought it would be coming. I mean, how long has this been going on? I mean, I've heard about the Sion before. I bought the ID.3, and they gave test drives to people, and they had 3,500 reservations, but they couldn't make it happen. They didn't have enough money. Here it says that in May, the what people have paid to get the car will be paid back. Yep, it's happening. Then Lotus, I want to see that. How we talked about it last time. Elettre, it sounds so French. And I wrote Lotus if they want me to invite me to an event or so, and so I can drive the car. Looks good. It's way too overpowered as usual. as you expect from Lotus. What else do we have? Geely, Lucid, Tesla, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's true. We talked about that already, but Volkswagen will change the main factory in Wolfsburg that it can build electric cars. They want to build the ID.3 there. Thermal management, Nissan. Anything interesting? Yeah, we talked about this. Ooh, Mustang Mach-E is getting LFP battery. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, that was it. And inside EV, what do we have? Blah blah. No. I want to drive a Rivian. Yeah, that's the Sono Motors kills. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we can talk about some other news that are happening with Volkswagen. I've been invited to something, but I can't go because Cindy has an operation. So I can't go. No, there's nothing. And let's look at Ionity. Anything news? Anything new that I know of? Still building the one in Munich. And so many up there. Yeah, not too much. Let's go on. Let's close this. What do we have? Are you ready to support? No, facelift rear-wheel drive. We talked about it already. Facelift ID.3 is still rear-wheel drive. Yes, there's no change. Okay, so no new information about software on Embargo, you said, but can I ask if the video covering our question, the first one, contains questions about software, future software over-the-air updates? No, doesn't contain that because they don't even know. So I talked to a few Volkswagen people about over-the-air update and that it's not working as they expected, and things can change with a decision that they say, okay, people are invited to dealerships, we cut over-the-air updates overall and stuff like this. This can happen. So it's possible, who knows? But 3.0 is the over-the-air update is still not working very well, and they are still trying to fix it, but it seems to be a big problem. There's a defect where the sound generator goes bad and pulls the local CAN network down, which also affects both headlights. This happened to me also, and I'm waiting for a new one. Really? I never heard that. There was a recall for a lot of ID.4s in North America. I asked Volkswagen about details so I can make a video, an informed video, but nobody's writing me back. Apparently the ID.2 Baby ID car has been spotted testing in the Arctic Circle. Cool! Yeah, we can talk about that. So I have been invited for March 15th. CEO of Volkswagen is giving a speech in Hamburg, and he's gonna show a new car. And I don't know what car it is, but it seems like it could be a smaller car than ID.3. So I'm guessing ID.2 Baby ID. I wanted to go, but like I said, I can't. Cindy has an operation the day after and she's not here. And I have to be at home, take care of everything, so I can't go. I have 3 dogs here. Sadly, I cannot go. I think ID.7 production version. This will be ID.7 production version will come in April. I haven't been invited, but I've been informed what it is and where and how. And but I'm not sure if I get invited. I hope so. Someone told me that I was on a list, but we'll see. Maybe they decide differently. It's not a long time though, so I'm surprised I didn't get an invitation yet. Maybe I'm not getting invited. That's okay. But the March 15th is something, I think at 5:30 p.m. or so. He's gonna make a little speech because it's 100 days the CEO of Volkswagen, and then he's gonna reveal a new car. So I'm sure he's gonna make a live stream on the day. It should be Wednesday, am I right? Yes, Wednesday. Yeah. About ID.3 overall, ID.3 facelift that I was. So if you're interested to see what the facelift is all about, I made a video already about it, but what it will contain. But then of course in the video at the real car you will see it more of in detail and see what the stuff looks like, what it how the interior is different and exterior and everything. You will see that. And this I will publish the video on Wednesday night, so 12:01, 12:05 I think I can put it in. The software of Volkswagen seemed to be too complex. When you have such slow version cycles, maybe it calculates the answer in the universe while driving. No, the problem is not that the software is complex. The complexity is in the hardware communicating with software. I think that's the problem. It's not like it should be in a smartphone or a tablet where you have one processor doing everything. They have so many control units, and I hope they learn of it, and the next generation of cars doesn't have that. They drive great, but oh my god, the software I think is okay when you look at other cars. I mean, other cars have software problems too, but when it comes to updating, it's really bad, and we'll see. So, but let's talk about the whole thing. Story time, like I said, the event. How was it? How did we get there? I drove with Matthias, my former boss. I always say my old boss, but he's not old. It's just he was formerly my boss when I worked at his place. And the poor guy, he was on Friday. He was at a concert. He watched Heaven Shall Burn in Munich. Went to bed at 1:45 a.m. and at 4:45 I was at his door. So 3 hours later, picked him up. He looked okay. All the software hardware just isn't integrated enough with itself in current generation IT cars. Well, that sounds right. And so we drove with the Volvo C40 press car that I had from Volvo, the front wheel drive with the smaller battery. And the week before, you saw the video already, I did a range test and a charging test, and I did this for the drive, so I know if this is okay. So I wanted to see, can we drive from 80 to 10%, at least 150 kilometers to the next charger, and how long does it take to charge from 10 to 80%? And it was okay. It's not the C40 has high consumption. I can't remember what it was, but 260 or 270 watt hours per kilometer was really high. But charging worked really well. Even after the fourth charging stop, it got full speed under 20%, so it goes up to 130 something kilowatt, and only at 60% it goes under 100 kilowatts. So charging to 60% is really fast, and then from 70 to 80, if you need that, it's a bit slower, but still I think over 60 kilowatt at 80% state of charge. So it was fine. Charging was fine, driving was fine, and as I said in my range video with the C40, my problem with it is the turning on and off of the steering wheel assist. So steering assist, so that you have to go into menu or use voice control, as some people commented. I don't want to use voice control because most of the times it doesn't understand you, or you have to say it again, especially when you go 130 and it's loud. So we just didn't use it. And it's not nice anyways. It's not amazing. So other cars have way better self-steering. So did Volkswagen say anything about Id.3 coming to Canada and North America? Yes, they did. It's in my video, but we can talk about it here. So the thing is this. The American market is not decided by Volkswagen Germany. It's decided by Volkswagen North America, and if they decide that an Id.3 could be sold well in the States, so even manufacturing there or bringing it in from Europe, and it would be sold so they can make a profit, so they don't lose money with it, then they will do it. And if the American market so far didn't decide for it, then it's not gonna be built or shipped there and sold. So far, American market is against Id.3. This could change, but I mean, they do their market research. What car will be your next car? Will it be this big, this small? And then they do it in different zones and see if it could work. I took a look how the can works since I had the issue that in Id.3 some modules are ran virtually in 3 main computers for compatibility. This is part of the issue. I can think that this sounds horrible. So we started at 5 a.m. in the morning. I drove the first two trips because he was tired, and he said it would be nice if you drive. We drove our typical drive. Where are we? We need the Ionity map again so you can see. Not that it's important. We charge mostly at Ionity, but not just. Where are we? So we started here, Passau, and then we drove Regensburg, and then up north to the first charger here in Wernberg-Koblitz, Ionity. Charged there for 20-25 minutes. We had to charge pretty far because next charger is not here, Himmelkron. We go north, and then we have to go even back a bit, and then up here, Schleitz. There it is. There's an Allego charger right on the highway, and we charged there the last time too. So this trip, we charged exactly at the same chargers that we charged when we went to Copenhagen, because Hanover is just way before Copenhagen. So then Hamburg, and then up here, and then Copenhagen here. But we went to Hanover, which is here. And we drove over Magdeburg, Leipzig, and then down here. And we just took the exact same chargers because a few things. First, I know the chargers, I know they work. Ionity has more than just one charger, so at least one should be free. And the others were also at least 4, so that was nice to know. And I know where they are. I don't have to think and look and whatever. It was just, and they were perfect distance. There was a reason why we took them in the first place. Volkswagen does not take a poop without permission from Volkswagen Corporate. Oh, I mean Volkswagen North America. I'm sure, but they have to say to Volkswagen Germany, hey, we can sell a lot of ID.3s. I think we can make money. A person who told you about Volkswagen, what's OA? Volkswagen of America deciding that they control the sales destiny was lying to you. I'm not saying they control it, but they make an impact. So if they say, we can sell a lot of ID.3s here, then I'm pretty sure Volkswagen Germany does not say, no, you're lying. I'm pretty sure that could work. Yes, so we charged at Wernberg-Koblitz. It was still dark when we were there. It was so dark, they need to sell enough of them to make it worth doing. Exactly. Then, like I said, we drove up to Schleitz. Up here, I charged at Allego. Then it was finally a bit brighter, and we went on to Ionity Nempitz, which is here. And then the highway A14 up to Magdeburg. Where are we? Where am I? I'm lost right now. Yeah, there it is, up there. Magdeburg, where we charged again, as always, and that was it. It was those 4 chargers. Interesting was, on the way there, it was extremely busy. It's Saturday. We started at 5, like I said, and we made good progress. Charging and everything went well. We didn't make any long pauses, so went for dinner or lunch or whatever. We just charged, and we could see that we can go on. And by the way, in the C40 we have Google Maps, and you can put in a very far destination, and we'll put all the chargers in there, but you can't change them. So if you want to say, no, I would like to use a different charger here and there, you can't do that. You can only navigate to one charger and then to the next charger, and then you can put all of those in there. That works. But like I said, when you have just one charger in there, you can click on it and say, no, I want to use a different charger. But for whatever reason, when you have more, it didn't work. But I knew where I want to go. And so we always put the next charger in as destination. Hey, Lars Peter. And we put in the next charger as a location, and then Google Maps shows us you arrive with state of charge of this estimation. And when it said 20%, we went on. And interestingly, there's an error in the Google Maps software with the Volvo car. Because almost, your plat drive was funny to watch. Thank you. Because almost every time it said it wrong. So we were charging. I put in the navigation where we would want to go. It shows minus 40% because it has to charge up. We went out, came back in. Then it says you will arrive with minus 10%. And I looked at the range. Okay, our range is 170 kilometers. It is 130 kilometers to the next charger. Why would we arrive with minus 10%? And so I stopped the route planning, put in the destination again, and then it said it's plus, you arrive with plus 10. So, okay, and then we waited to plus 20, and then we went on. So, I don't know, there was the communication with Google and the car, for whatever reason, and how it calculates, there's something wrong. And we had to do that almost every time. So this error was in there almost every time when we planned the route, when the charge was not sufficient enough, the state of charge, and then we always had to delete and do it again, and then it calculated in the right way. And but by the way, you could see the number going up. So when it showed minus 40, then 10 minutes later it showed minus 20, but at some point it just didn't keep up with the real state of charge and range that you had. But it still worked. Then when it showed the right amount, we almost spot on arrived around that number, maybe 4% less or 1% more, but pretty much. And I could see that, by the way, with the CX40 that I had before, that has the same software. Did you restart the system? No, I did not, because everything else worked. And when we did this, it just worked right away. And you cannot have a better route planner with the Volvo cars, and you can't use Android Auto. But you can use Apple CarPlay, by the way. That works. And I don't have a Better Route Planner subscription anymore. I have had it for free from a Better Route Planner for a year. I've asked them for another one, but they haven't replied. So I'm guessing I'm not getting it. Yes, and what do I want to do? Show the other channels behind the battery in Battery Life DE. Where am I? If you're a German viewer, we have Battery Life DE, but no live stream on Sundays. Yes, I saw that with the XC40 that I had before, that when I drive more, so on the highway, for example, the car recognizes it has this and this consumption, and then the next time you plan something, it's a more accurate number when you arrive. So it's not always the same. It's not Google Maps knows, okay, you're driving highway, that means you have this consumption. You're driving country, you have this consumption, that means you arrive with 25%. No, it knows, okay, last 2 days you drove on the highway and you had this consumption, and then it showed it more accurately. I like that a lot. Hi, I have to choose this week between E-Tech from Renault and Tesla Model Y or Model 3. Please advise me. It all depends what you want. If you want sporty drive, then Tesla Model Y and Model 3. With those, it's about space. Do you want more space than Model Y? And if you want it even more sportier, then it's Model 3. And Renault E-Tech is a bit more comfy. But if you need power, then of course it's Tesla. The Renault is pretty weak going off the line. They all three have Google Maps and Spotify in the car, because you have an Android system in the Renault. It does everything very well, the Renault. I like the E-Tech a lot, except for the very slow start when you push it from a light or something. For me, that's because it's front-wheel drive. Perhaps navigation does not update refresh state of charge with the route. It initially snapshots the route that requests extend calculation. I don't know, because on the drive it does it. On the drive, when you drive a bit faster, the destination state of charge goes down. The Google Map estimate in my poster is almost spot on every time, unless you drive like crazy speed. Yeah, of course, when you change it a lot. But like I said, it's nice that it knows how you're driving and then changes it a bit. It seems Volkswagen is not understanding what's going on. They're stupid not to bring the ID.3 to North America. I remember the biggest seller were small cars. Maybe that this time is over and the American market doesn't want to buy that. Or paint your walls pink and blue. I don't get it. So it's all about with the Renault E-Tech and Model Y, Model 3. All depends what is your... You should drive all three and then decide. If power and sporty drive, then it's Tesla. If you like it more comfy, I will go for the Renault. When it comes to consumption and charging, Model 3 is amazing. Model Y and Renault should be very similar. Charging is a bit better in the Model Y though. Might be the prime term. The market changes fast in all markets. Yeah. Where was I? So we did it like this, and we drove that early at 5 a.m. because I had a deadline. So since Matthias was at the concert the day before, we couldn't have gone there the day before, because otherwise I would have said we go on Friday. I could have choose between a few slots. There's a 3-hour slot, and I can say what time. And I would have taken the one in the early morning and then would have gone home afterwards. But this time it was different. We took the one from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and I had to be there. We had to be there at 1:45 p.m. And I know it's an 8-hour drive, approximately. And this is the interesting thing. A better route planner told me with the Volvo C40 from home to there, with these conditions, it takes 7 hours, 40 minutes or something. Interesting thing is when I put in Google Maps alone says it's 7 hours. And Better Route Planner says it with charging of over an hour. So if Google Maps is right, our drive is longer than 8 hours, 8.5 to 9 hours. And I thought, I don't want to be late. It's a bad picture if you arrive late at something like this. And you only have we had 3 hours. In 3 hours, we had to do everything. And so I wanted to go extremely early. And I thought, when we drive at 5 a.m. on a Saturday, there's no traffic. It should be fine. And we have 8 hours, 45 minutes to make it. We can do it. And then, like I said, in the beginning, it was all fine. And then after, I would say, in Nempitz, the last 2 chargers, it was really busy on the highway, and it was also really busy at chargers, because it seems like that the Danish public had holidays or something, because there were so many Danish cars at the supercharger and at Ionity and other chargers, and they all had ski on their roof. So I'm guessing they all went for in the south to Austria or something to ski a bit, and then they went all home on that day. So it was busy on both those chargers. But Nempitz has 10 or more chargers, so 6 Ionities and then 4 Allegos, maybe even more than 4, maybe 6 Allegos. All superchargers were full, but there was in Nempitz, which is funny, there's a second supercharger where almost nobody is. I don't know why, and the other one is full. But the difference is, one supercharger is right in the center where there is a pizzeria, a McDonald's, a Burger King, and I don't know what, and the other one is in a gas station, then there's nothing. And there are even more stalls on the other one. But the one that we there are only 6 stalls. It was full, and Teslas were even waiting. The Ionity, there was one free that we took, and then people left and others came. It was busy, but it was no problem. And then And it was in Magdeburg, not Nempitz. Nempitz was also busy, but not as much. But still, we could see a lot of Danish people going home. And then when we were charging at Magdeburg, so the last charging stop, Google Maps already said we should arrive at around 1 p.m. where we want to go. So I was happy about that we can make it and with time to spare. So we drove on and we made it. And now the interesting part. So of course the weather was horrible on that day. So it wasn't too cold, but it was spots where it rained like crazy. Then it rained a bit, then it didn't rain. We were lucky. At all the chargers, it didn't rain, so I could use the drone and fly a bit. On the first charger, it rained, but it was so dark, I didn't want to use the drone anyways. But all the rest, it worked. And I could fly the drone a bit at the charger. And again, we didn't stay too long at any charger, even though, you eat something, you go to pee, we film a bit in German and English, but just a minute or so. And then I put the drone up to film around the charger just for 2 minutes, something like this. And then pack it all back and then get in a car. We switch places because we switched who's driving. It's so relaxing, by the way. So a drive like this, 700 kilometers in 8 hours with 4 charging stops, is so relaxing when you are driving one thing for an hour and 20 minutes or so, then you're charging for 25 minutes and then someone else is driving. So every time when you switch, you can do all of this stuff. You can eat, you can drink, you can relax, you can use your phone for something that you wanted to use. It's so nice that you have that time and that relaxation. We arrived in Hanover, like I said, at 1:15 p.m., so half an hour early. And then we arrived and there was nothing. It was very, very interesting. So we went there, the address said this, and the name was right. So it is an old factory. And like I said, address was right, the factory name was above us. And then we looked where normally when you get a bit close to a Volkswagen event, there are signs everywhere. Volkswagen here, Volkswagen event, arrow pointing this direction. And then at the door, Volkswagen event, Volkswagen event. You saw the pictures that I showed you and the video of like a pretty slick drive, almost effort. No, it was fine. It was a nice drive, was no problem at all. It was a bit stressful since I didn't want to be late, so we really looked what state of charge do we arrive? Okay, we drive now. Not a second, but I want to be there at a certain time. And so when you saw my videos of the Volkswagen ID Bus event, for example, there are 20 ID buses and big signs everywhere. The new Volkswagen ID Bus, the new era. And then the Volkswagen people are running around with big Volkswagen logos everywhere. And we arrived there and there was nothing. We went further down the road. There was nothing. It was just dead end and factory falling down. You can see windows smashed in, everything. And then, okay, are we in the right spot? We almost called someone. We drove back. And then there was one little house that it said classic cars. And I know when I looked it up, you can see that there's a classic car collection there. But there was nothing with Volkswagen, nothing. And there were a few cars with a Wolfsburg a license plate, but Hanover, Wolfsburg is not far away. That's not... Tesla Björn declined the first ID.7 test drive in Spain. He was invited? I wasn't then. If I didn't get it yet, then I'm not invited. Last place. Hey, it doesn't want to go away, huh? So I'm guessing I have to look now. I'm not getting invited then. Nope. I guess not. If he got the invitation already and I didn't get it, then I'm not invited. I'm sad now. Well, we arrived, and like I said, there were a few Wolfsburg cars, and I thought, okay, I try this, and I opened the door, and then big thing, Id.3 Facelift, and okay, we are right. So we unpacked everything, put everything inside, and then nobody was greeting us, and like, okay, then somebody else came. Oh, where is this guy? He's not here. What's happening? Oh, I have to sign the embargo thing, and then whatever. And then Autogefühl was there. If you know him, Thomas from Autogefühl, he was just filming. So I guess he had the spot before, and Jönnens, whatever, he's a German YouTuber who does a lot of electric cars, was there, but he was just leaving. So we talked for 2 minutes and said hi. And Party Boy, exactly. Party Boy was there. He was just filming there, and then we talked with some Volkswagen people, and then they came over. Could you please be quiet? Autogefühl is filming, and then we said, okay, of course. There was nobody else there. It was us and him, 3 cars, a few Volkswagen people, and then they said, okay, he takes in another 20 minutes. I know it is your time spot, but we have to wait a bit. He gets special treatment, and then you can go on. And what was I say? And so we waited, we ate a bit, they had food there and drinks, we drank and waited, and the how it's gonna go is I get a presentation about what Volkswagen wants to do with the facelift, what is new, what will change, and so on. And then we can go to the car and film our thing, and they're always there if we have questions. And so we had to wait for Autogefühl to finish his thing. It was interesting to watch him. It's just 2 people, just him and a cameraman with headphones. I want that too for the next thing when Matthias is filming. So he has headphones so he can hear what I'm saying, so he knows that the sound is fine. It was fine. I checked it, but still, just to be sure. And then when they were done, the cameraman is instantly going on his laptop, and I'm guessing Instagram, and I don't know, uploading everything. Looked very busy. Every update only next year here, so don't get the facelift just yet. Hardware update only next year. Well, the ID7 screen will come to ID4, ID3 next summer. So this will be nice. So next production year, I'm guessing 2024 production year, then, no, 25 production year is this, then when it starts in summer. So like I said, we waited for Autogefühl for, I don't know, 30-40 minutes till, so later we had less time. Then we got our presentation, and while I got the presentation, I wrote everything down. I have it even here, my paper. What I wrote down that I want to say in the video, and what's important and what I want to tell you. Matthias was so nice, took the camera and filmed the cars. So he did car porn shots, as we call them, around the car, inside the car. Nice thing with good blurry background and stuff. So he did this for 45 minutes where I got my thing. Then I asked them the questions that I wanted to ask, got the answer, wrote them down, and then we had time with the cars. There were 3 cars in 3 different colors. 2 cars were exactly the same spec, 1 was a bit different. And then we filmed everything, and in German, English, everything I wanted to say, everything I wanted to show. Outside of the car, inside of the car, and then we first we did pictures, so like the one you see here. It was a nice location, and it looks like I'm totally weird here that in post somehow, but no. This is the real picture. Of course, the cloud there is not the real picture, but it was a nice location. It was nicely lit, so it looks amazing when you film in there, when the light is awesome. I mean, they did the light for the cars, not for the people, but you are step dancing, that's correct. And we did this. That was a lot of fun. So Matthias filmed me. Blur polish worked well. Matthias filmed me of everything, and this time he got paid. Matthias earned money going with me to Copenhagen and didn't get a cent. But this time he got something and he deserved it. Because it made my life so much easier. It made the video look better. The CSI people could make it clear again. So it was a great experience. Like we were done at 4:45, something like this. Then afterwards, of course, I remembered hours later that I forgot something. As always, that's normal for me. I always forget something. If you don't write it down, you forget. I forget it. I have to write it down all the time. For us arriving a little late, when is official reveal? March 1st, exactly. March 1st at 12:001 o'clock at night. There's, I don't know when the world premieres and everything. So you are the boss now. No, I'm, I wouldn't say I'm the boss. I want his input. I'm just telling him what to do. No, it was really awesome having him to drive, so you arrive more relaxed, and having him to film. First of all, the 40 minutes he filmed the car while I was getting briefed about the car was amazing. You paid him. So yeah. Will you do some road trips in the future? When there's the next thing and he wants to come, I'm so gonna do. You mean overall if I'm doing road trips? Just if there is something. I'm not going around for nothing. Id.3 is old news now, so mine. More road trips. And so, sorry. Like I said, we were done at 4:45. No, but it was great that he could film the car while I was being briefed. If this wouldn't have been the case, I would have been done with getting briefed at 3 p.m. and then I would have 2 hours to film the car, make pictures of myself, and then film what I wanted to film. And then it's always rushed, and that's most of the time why you see a video of myself and I'm a bit rushed. I'm okay, okay. Then this is the new because. Most of the time, to be honest, I stress myself. I want it to be done at some point, but this time, no. I want it to go on. Okay, next thing, but it wasn't stress, so we could have done it in a really nice time. It was a lot of outtakes, and the outtakes are in the end of the video of the Id.3 Facelift. It was funny. It was a lot of fun. So we were done at around 5 p.m. Then before we thought, oh, if we're not too tired, we go into the city of Hanover, get something to eat. I gave you more time to get as much done as possible. Exactly. That was nice. And it was worth it. And that looks awesome, huh? Almost. So afterwards we went to a grocery store, got something to eat. Yeah, that was also something. So I asked Volkswagen before we went there, can we charge at the location? And I got an email back. Yes, there will be a portable HPC charger. You know, you've seen the charger 2 times, I think. I was in... Oh God, they showed it the first time in September, October of 21. I saw it, and I was in Nova City. It was an Expo 2000, and I saw it at the Volkswagen ID.4 event, also in 21, but in December. And they said they have the same there. It's a HPC charger, so high power charger. They can charge with 150 kilowatts. So I thought it perfect. In the 3 hours, the car is full. So next morning we can start with a full battery. No worries, it's fine. So we arrived, no charger. This was another thing why I thought this couldn't be the location, because there should be a charger. And then we came, the facelift i3 from the specs released on Volkswagen teaser video looks to have higher consumption. I really thought it would be better, not worse. How do they say that it has higher consumption? I don't think that there's a big change. I don't think so. The changes they made, I don't think there's any impact on the if. Then it's so tiny, it shouldn't be a big thing. So this is not interesting. And since the hardware is exactly the same, battery and motor, I don't think it's getting worse either. So we asked where's the charger, and then yeah, we have an AC charger with 11 kilowatt, and then okay, somebody left, so we can charge for those 3 hours with 11 kilowatt, and then so we were at around 60% when we were done. You're getting a chance to check out Fisker Ocean someday. I emailed them, didn't get a reply. Well, I got the reply. We will forward your email to the right person, and nobody wrote back. So we went to a grocery store, and lucky us, it was just around the corner, I would say 2 kilometers away, two grocery stores, and they had a high power charger. So we plugged in, and while we were shopping, came back and then waited for 5 minutes in the car. It was at over 80%. I put in the first charger that we want to go on the next morning, which again are the same chargers on the way back. And it said we will arrive with 20%, so that was perfect. It was at a bit above 80% a bit, and we thought that's perfect. No need to charge even more, because I could charge at the hotel we were staying in, but they wanted 20 euros. They wanted 20 euros to park in the parking garage and charge, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. That's crazy talk, man. Not doing that. So we parked in front of the hotel, not in the parking garage, and was for free. We checked in the hotel, it was all fine. We had rooms beside each other. I filmed a bit at the rooms. It was a weird layout of the rooms and weird couch. A tiny little TV, it's interesting. It's like, I think it was the size as here. What is this, 27 inch? Or 25? Yeah, this is 20 inch, 27 inch here. So for a hotel, a tiny little TV, but it was fine. We ate, and then he was dead, I was dead, even though I slept amazing the night before. So totally surprised. But he didn't sleep. He slept 3 hours. And so we both went to bed, and I fell asleep at 9 or something, 9 p.m. Woke up at 5:30 or something, and 6:30 was breakfast. So we were there on time. I love hotel breakfast. That's my thing. Coffee, and which is weird, they had everything there. There was almost nobody there. I think there was just 2 other people at breakfast. Guessing not a lot going on in Hanover in the middle of February, at where the location was, and they had everything there: tea, orange juice, all the food, but no coffee. And we were looking, where's the coffee? And then she said, I'll bring you the coffee. And then, okay. And then she brought us a tiny little thing, which was empty in 2 seconds. And we had tiny little cups. I mean, what the hell? I can show you I can show you the rooms. And this is not Id.3 Facelift stuff. Where is it? Event. What is this? Oh, God. What time? This is still there. 18th. Oh no, this is where I... how can this be? Ah, because it's the wrong video. It is here. Yeah, there we are. 18th. Is it this here? Yes. There it is. Focus not drin. Go to the other room. Where are we? Yeah, that was the room. That's Matthias. Show the toilet and the shower.
But die ist nicht so warm.
And this couch. This couch is amazing. And the tiny
Meine
TV.
Aufteilung ist besser. Die Couch ist ja, mitten im... Wow. Und dieser mega riesen Fernseher.
Yeah. And we had not joining rooms, but my room was just to the other side, and with the balcony you can go over.
Wow, ja, wir können zu mir umgehen.
Genau, there we are.
Aber ich?
There we go.
It's my room. Oben haben wir AC. Very different.
Tiny bed, single room.
Is in the corner.
And cute. Where's the next?
Yeah, we didn't show the.
Oh yeah, there was the
location
location.
yesterday. This is where it was. Isn't this beautiful?
Oh, you can't see. Yeah, there was the location. I filmed it the next day.
Yeah, we didn't show the location yesterday. This is where it was. Isn't this beautiful?
Awesome. It's
Oh,
did.
oh, 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 oh.
But then two
In
Wolfsburg
there.
cars.
Normally for classic cars.
And yeah, and the
Ja,
nice
gestern
thing is the
vergessen
next.
die-
Where are we? What it looked like. This looked like the next house.
Aber frischer Tank, Gastank.
And yeah, where's my breakfast? Oh, it's a GX. That should be breakfast. That's the getting up part.
Let's do this.
Let's go to breakfast. Everything is documented. Okay. And the brightest elevator ever. It doesn't show it now. It's so bright. They're crazy there. $10,000 lights.
Oh.
Ooh, totally impressed with the. There we go. Breakfast. Nobody there. It was awesome. This is filmed with the GoPro. I thought it would be better with stabilization. Oh, breakfast. I love breakfast. Coffee. Oh, that was nice. I love me coffee. That was nice. You should try Scandinavian hotel breakfast. Fill up my mug with espresso, please. Perhaps coffee was also an extra in the hotel. Nice mountain is Hannover. Yeah, no mountains at all. No, but then after breakfast we just packed a bit and went home. And on the way home, it took 9 hours, except for the 8 hours there, because at one time we were going to Subway eating, and at Schleiz there are 2 chargers. 2 Allegos and then another 275 kilowatt chargers just very close to the Subway, and we charged there, and for whatever reason the Volvo doesn't want to charge faster. It charged with 40 kilowatt and so, and it is a 175 kilowatt charger. It says it on the charger. It says HPC when you unplug and whatever. Insert cinematic macro slow-mo breakfast shots. Exactly. Yeah. So when we were at Subway, we were charging at the slow charger, and we didn't wanna. I don't even know what it was. I have no idea. I'm sorry. And so we swapped after we were done with Subway eating. 26 euros at Subway. We had a foot-long sub both, and something to drink and a cookie. And those together was 26 euros. That's pricey. I even switched the charger, and by the way, there it still didn't work. And then we went up to the other charger, the Allego, and then it charged with 100 kilowatt. We charged for another 10 minutes, and then we left. Those happened to crash the cooling, and then the charger only got 37 kilowatt. Those. I'm dying. Oh, COVID. Yeah, COVID is not sneezing, it's just coughing. So. Now everything comes out of every ear. I can hear again. So we drove home. Exactly the same distance, the same charger layout, except we had to put in another stop at the end, because when we started, Of course, the first leg we started with 100%, but now we started with 80%, and every time we didn't charge more than 80%. So we charged at Ionity again, what I showed you before, and then we charged at EMBW. I can show you that as well. Where's my drone footage? My last. What's this? Drone footage of the last charger. Where the EMBW charger there invert on the Isar, well, on the Donau, Isar is the other one, is really nice. I mean, it's in the street, there's the highway, the A3 from Possa to Regensburg, and then, where is it? There it is, the EMBW charger there. It has, I filmed that before when I was at the Kia EV6, when I drove the Kia EV6 in Nuremberg. How many chargers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. And 2 of those have a CHAdeMO and a Type 2 charging, AC charging as well. But the others are all, because this is a hybrid charging AC. But it's just 2 cars. I think the other one was an Ioniq 5. I think so. And we charged there. That was fun. Delta chargers. ABB, always be broken. And yes, so we charged there on the way home, which was different, was the last charger. And we arrived at home, I can't even remember, but early, at 4 something. Yeah, 4:30 or something. Because, like I said, it was 9 hours. Because of that one stop with eating and an additional charging stop. But we could have done that way. I also charged there at EMBW a bit more because I didn't want to charge at home, because Volvo gives you a charging credit, so I don't want to charge at home. You just waste money away. And next day on Monday, we came back home on Sunday. On Monday, the car was being picked up by the press people again, and I wanted to give him a car that's almost fully charged, and if I thought he would come very early at 8 a.m. and I start working at 7 a.m. and I know that the car is not full in an hour on a 50 kilowatt DC charger, and so I thought that I arrive at home at least with 20%. So when I go back to work, then I'm at 10% and I charge maybe even a bit more. Do you think Id.3 cars that currently have 2.4 will ever get 3.0, or is it that a lost battle? No, you will get it. The question is how. Will you get it over the air, or will you get it at the dealership? That's the main question. Where is Roman? There it is. I want to ask him. Boo. Almost all new chargers in Sweden is either Kempower or Elfitronics. Those almost always work. I usually don't ever have a problem with chargers. They usually always work. I'm really impressed with the last video. You're really getting good at it. Come on! Which one? Go tell me more. Go build me up. Build me up. Start me up. The question will be if 3.0 is actually better. It has its advantages. I think 3.1 is the big advantage. 3.1 is the one I want. It shows the trip meter in the instrument cluster, and it shows charging power in the charging window. This is what is better. Till 3.0 is just the state of charge in the instrument cluster, and I have to say I never noticed how much it goes down going to work, and now I see it all the time. You go up a hill and it's 2% less. And before I just didn't see it. I arrived and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't look at the state of charge, and now I see it all the time in front of me. Not complaining, it has to be there, but I want the trip meter there as well. Yeah, we done an hour. Any questions? Because otherwise I will stop the stream today a bit earlier, because I have to edit another video that I filmed today. Because in I don't know when I will publish the video. But what about the light game in poll? That's true, I didn't do that at all. We should do the light game. Because we will be giving away a charger. In here is a... And I use this, by the way, to film it today. This is a slider. It just goes from one end to the other and moves the camera how you want it. In here is a Schuko charger cable, up to 3.6 kilowatt. That a company sent me, and I made the video today. Oh, we giving it away so someone can win this cable. Isn't that amazing? Which EVs are scheduled this spring? Ioniq 6 should be is at the dealers already. I'm already talking to get one to drive. The Cupra Born 1 Series will be updated straight to 3.0. When you get it from the factory, it should have 3.2 on even. Will the travel assist be available in the shop? No. I'm still waiting for 3.0. Do I understand you correctly? The 3.0 probably will be a dealer upgrade now. I'm not saying probably, I'm saying I don't know. The trousers, stop. Come on, they're amazing. They are amazing. They're very comfy. Come on, I look awesome in them. It can be a dealer upgrade, and you always have to think, I would rather have a dealer upgrade than waiting week by week to not get it, and then maybe the over-the-air update is not working, the download and everything. I'd rather go on one day. I know when I get the car it will have the update on it. I don't have to think or whatever. If it would work perfectly and fast and download and show the information, I would be so while Björn is doing another Tesla 1,000 kilometer run, you are engaging with your viewers. Am I engaging? I hear the plaid trousers came free with the Tesla Model S test drive. What am I engaging here? Now, okay, let's do the like game. All the people that haven't been here before, we do the like game. Nobody pressed like so far. I can see 130 people are here. Only 39 people like this stream. So I will count down from 3 to 0, and then everybody is pressing like. I should press like too. I can do it as well. So let's do it all together. We're at 39 now. Let's go to the video. Where am I? There it is. Ah, that's me. Looks weird to see myself. Okay, well, let's count down. 3, focus, 2, 1. Like. I like it too. Bing. 40. Let's see. 47. That's for nothing. Nobody pressed like. 67. There we go. That's the stuff. 75. Can we get to 100? I doubt it. I can like with the other account. 76. That's it. Updates will happen. It's more a case of when and how. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing think we will get 3.0 ever, to be honest. I don't think. No, I think we'll all get 3.2 and whatever. Björn don't like CarWow. That's okay. It doesn't have to like everything. CarWow is just... I have noticed that, by the way. And it's very interesting. So what Björn does and what I do, we do tests with cars. We show what they can do. We show how driving is. We talk about little details, consumption, charging, and so on. And that's important. But when you look at the big YouTubers, Car Maniac, Autogefühl, CarWow, and I don't know, they just show overviews of cars. They make very nice videos, good quality, high quality. They talk about details, but they don't do any tests with the cars. They drive a bit and then they talk about it, what they see. Autogefühl doesn't even do a software update thing, and I think Pomaniac doesn't do that either. Just when a new car comes out, they're always where the new cars are, and then they show them. And Björn doesn't like that. I do it a bit. So when I get a new car, I try to make a bit of an Autogefühl car wow video in the beginning, and then do my tests do both at the same time. My Id.3 has been called in for repair of the high voltage battery. Hope it will be a good experience. Hope so too. You should get a lease in a car to drive in between. Should be fine. Carvau used Tesla with winter tires versus other cars with summer tires, so discovered the bias. Yeah, I think with new tires right now, winter and summer tires, especially when it's not hot, so when it's 30 degrees out, yes. Carvau does drag races, very important. It's true. I think the winter tires don't have too much impact as you think. I don't think it's biased, it's more where the car came from. Like in the UK, we don't require winter tires in winter, where the Model X blade came from Germany, where they required. Yeah, and it's what Tesla gives them. So they ask Tesla, can you give us a car for a test? And then they get one. I do want an electric car for replacement, but fear it will be Fossil, Polo or Golf. I think so too. I'm sorry. Depends on your dealership. Yeah. Poll, has Chris ordered a new Id.3? No, I haven't not. If I order a new Id.3, it will be the GTX. I got a bit of information about the GTX as well. Germany does not require winter tires, that's true, but you should. You have a problem when it's bad conditions and you have an accident, then the insurance doesn't pay. So usually you have winter tires on, even when it's just cold and not slippery and stuff like this. Yeah, but today that's it for me, because like I said, GTX do tell. No, I don't have too much information about the GTX. And this will be all in the future videos what's coming. But if, then I think it's more about this. Winter and summer tires on summer roads is worse up to 10 meters, worse and more is impact. You mean braking distance, but it's more about consumption. Was it about braking distance, the video? I have no idea what the video was about. I thought it's about consumption. Yes, but that's it for me for today. See you next week. So I see if I can make the charger video this week, and then you get it in the next tomorrow or Tuesday. If not, maybe next week, because from Wednesday on there will be 3 Id.3 Facelift videos. Quarter mile and brake. I didn't know what the video was about. Yeah, braking, I can see that the winter tires on warm conditions are worse. But that's it for me. Thanks for engaging. Engage! I'm Star Trek here. You all take care. See you soon. Where do I go? Background. Where's my mouse? Hello? There it is.